Hi, it's Heather. Welcome back to my channel. Today's class is hip opening yoga, where we will spend time in some relaxing and deep stretches. Before we get started, make sure to click the subscribe button for free yoga here every week. Give this video a like, and when you're ready, I'll meet you seated on the mat. So come to meet me seated in the middle of your mat. Take the left foot in first, and then the right, just in a nice little sitting upright position. Hands come to the knees. Inhale, open up the chest forward, and exhale, round the back, just like little cat-cows in the seated position. Inhale, bring the chest forward, shoulders down your back. Exhale, round. And just do a few more like this in your own time. One more wherever you're at. Great. Come to a neutral. Lift up the right knee, sole of the foot on the floor first, and then grab a hold of either the back of your calf, you're going to lift up the foot, or your foot. So wherever you are comfortable, we're going to lift to straighten the leg. If there is a bend though, totally okay. See if you can straighten though, point the toes. Again, you can grab from the back of the calf and just draw it towards you. Sitting up tall. And then gently release. Take this foot, go ahead and cross it over the left knee. If you need to I find I need to bring my left foot towards my right outer hip a little bit more. Step the right foot down, inhale, left hand comes up, cross it over the right knee, right fingertips come back, and you can look back. Seated twist. Gently release, and keep the legs where they are. Bring both palms behind you, fingers facing towards the front of your mat. And don't sink in the shoulders here. Try to find a little bit of a lift. Lift up the legs just to bring the left sole on the floor. Flex through the right foot as it stays crossed over this left knee. Keep a generous flex in this right foot here too. And if you find that you're a little too close to your torso, you can come out, send the left foot forward even more if needed. Just finding a spot where you're comfortable. Gently uncross both soles on the mat. Let's just reset. So this time, bring the right sole in and then the left. Sit up tall, hands to your knees. And if you want to take a couple more cat-cows, let's do that together now. Sending the heart forward on the inhale and rounding on the exhale. Let's just do 3. And then sit up nice and tall. Lift up the left sole. Grab a hold of either the back of your calf or your foot and send it up towards you, straightening the leg as much as comfortably possible. If you struggle with this as well, you can always loop a strap around your foot to help you bring it towards you. And then bend through that knee, cross that foot over the right knee or leg. If you need to shift this right sole to the left outer hip a little more, go for it. Lift up the right arm, cross it over the left knee and left fingertips behind you, twisting to the other side. Gently untwist the torso, the arms, send both hands behind you, back to that same position where your fingers are facing forward, finding a little bit of lift in the shoulders and chest, and just lifting up this right sole to come in front of you. Flex through the left foot as your ankle crosses over the knee. Sort of like a seated reclined pigeon here. And uncross both soles on the mat. Take them a little wider than hips distance and just do a few windshield wipers with me. Sending the legs in one direction and then the other. Sort of shaking it out. And then use your hands to press your hips up and forward. Come into a little yogi squat, sort of towards the front of your mat. Toes out, heels in, and you can use your hands to come to prayer position, even press the knees out a little bit. If not, take the hands to the floor and just find a little lift in your pelvic floor so that we're not getting lazy in these positions. We're still actively stretching the muscles. And find nice length in your spine so that you can breathe. Hands come to the floor. Lift up the hips, just come into a forward fold. Your toes are going to face forward, feet hips distance now. Relax in this fold for a little bit. Maybe find a little bit of movement whenever you need today. Placing a little bend in the knees if you need to. And then keep the left leg straight, bend through the right knee. Come to fingertips with this right hand, and inhale, send the left hand up above you. On an exhale, send that left hand down. Let's switch. Straighten through the right leg, bend through the left knee, left fingertips, and inhale, right arm comes up. And use an exhale to send that hand down. Great. Take both toes, feet together, and cross the right leg or right foot over the left. Come to a halfway lift first. Find a little length in your spine. Inhale. And then exhale, fold down. Inhale, come back halfway up, uncross, come back to neutral first, and then just cross the left over the right. Just switching. Super simple. One more inhale at that halfway, long spine, and then exhale, fold it all down. And inhale, come up, uncross, halfway lift, hands to shins, spine parallel to the ceiling. And on an exhale, stand back up. Take both palms out in front of you, head over heart, heart over heels, little bend in the knees, sweep the arms down, around and up. Inhale, exhale, fold it back down to that forward fold. Plant both palms shoulder width apart and just step it back to your down dog. Pedal it out if you need to. Sending one heel to the mat, lifting up the other, and then switching. And when you're ready, gently resting both heels to the floor, keeping a generous bend in the knees if needed. Active arms, press your chest towards your thighs. And then lower the knees first. Take the knees out wide to as wide as your mat, and then uncurl the toes. Send both hands forward for child's pose. Rest the forehead on the mat. So option 2, keep the hands forward, or if you want to place a little bend in the elbows and bring the pointer fingers and thumbs to touch, that might help to create a little bit of space on the shoulders so that you can relax here for a little bit. Take this time for you to focus on your breath, to let go of any tension you might be holding. And just to relax. Use your hands to press you up a little bit. Come to fingertips In this child's pose out in front of you, keep the left hand down. Inhale, lift up the right hand, and then thread it through underneath the right hand. Thread the right hand through underneath the left arm and walk left fingertips in front of you. Resting your right shoulder on the floor, right temple on the floor, and even closing your eyes in these positions if that suits you today. And then use your left hand to gently press you up. Come back to fingertips with both hands out in front of you. Inhale, lift up left fingertips, thread it through under the right arm. Resting your left shoulder, left temple onto the floor. And use the right hand to press you back up to center. You can lift up the torso a little bit. I'm going to take a frog pose from here. If you would like to join me, it's a little bit of a deeper stretch. Go for it. And if you're not feeling it today, you can stay in this child's pose instead. So if you're with me, come to forearms and send both feet out to either side of you so that your ankles line up with your knees. Flex through the feet and sink the hips down. Lifting up here through the chest. And if you're not feeling it with your knees off the mat, I totally get it. You can turn so that your knees are sitting on the mat for a little bit more cushion. Don't forget to breathe in these postures. Unclench the jaw. Relax through the face. And slowly bring the feet back in. Come to bring the knees in, torso up. If you're in child's pose, let's all meet in a tabletop position. Bringing shoulders over wrists, hips directly over those knees. Uncurl the toes. Inhale for a cow pose, dropping the belly. Exhale, round the back, chin in. Inhale, open up through the chest, drop the stomach. And exhale, round. Couple more in your own time. whatever movements you feel like you need. One more, wherever you're at. And we'll meet in neutral. Take the right knee into the chest and just step that right foot forward, right in between your hands. Inhale, hands come up for a low lunge or to the hips. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Nice long spine. Lengthen the tailbone down. And then take both hands to the inside of your right leg here and heel toe this leg out to the side, coming into a lizard posture. Welcome to stay with the chest lifted here, or come down to forearms if you want to take it a little bit deeper. Slowly press yourself up. Heel toe that foot back into the center, back into that low lunge, and then shift the hips back straight and through the front leg so that your hips come over the back knee. Flex through the front foot. Come to fingertips in this half split. Spine is nice and long. Hips stay squared to the front of the mat. Inhale and exhale if you would like to fold as well. Use an inhale to come back up. Just go ahead and send this front foot back, coming back to your tabletop position. Resetting first, and then bringing the left knee into the chest, stepping it through, just taking it straight to the other side. Inhale to come to your low lunge with hands either up or at your hips. Active legs here. Keep those inner thighs working towards one another. It's very important. I am a total advocate for active stretches versus passive because it really helps you to build that muscle strength so that your joints aren't weak, so that you can easily prevent injuries and that your body can really control the mobility and control your range of flexibility. And then take both hands to the inside of the left foot. Heel toe that left foot out to the side for lizard. Option to stay lifted here or to take it deeper, come down to your forearms. And use your hands to gently press yourself back up. Heel toe that foot back into the center, coming to that low lunge first. And then just shift the hips back, straighten through the front leg, flex the front foot, coming onto fingertips. Really squaring hips like headlights towards the front of your mat. Inhale to find a little length, and exhale to fold. Place a bend in the front knee, shift forward. From here, come to fingertips, curl the back toes under, and just lift up the back knee. Coming into this runner's lunge, just give it a little rock, and then step it up to the top of your mat. Feet hips distance. If you want to take a deeper fold here with me, go ahead and grab a hold of both of your big toes with your pointer and middle fingers. Find some length first, flat back, and then fold as you gently pull yourself down. And release. Inhale, come to a halfway lift, hands on shins. Exhale, come to standing. Great. In our Tadasana, just take a big deep breath with me here. Inhale, and exhale, sigh it out. As we move forward, step the left foot back. Line your feet up, heel to back arch alignment, and send both hands out wide for a beautiful warrior two. Relax the shoulders, gaze just past your front fingertips, your right fingertips. And then straighten through the front leg. Left hand comes to the back thigh, and reverse your triangle. Look up. Send both hands forward. Shift the front hip back. If you need to heel toe your back foot in a little bit, go for it. We're just going to shift forward into a triangle pose. So bringing your right hand either to your shin or to the floor or block, my favorite. We're going to be here for a bit, so if you need to place your hand on your hip, go for it. And if you are resting your hand on your shin, make sure that you're not placing all of your weight onto your shin, that you're really using your core to hold yourself up. Place a bend in the front knee, in the right knee, and sweep this left hand down first and then up so that fingertips come past your head, past your face, towards the front of your mat. If this is too much, bring your elbow to come to rest on your front thigh. Extend the side body. And reach the fingertips forward. Then bring the left hand down to the center. Turn those right toes in so that they're parallel with the left. Both feet are parallel to the side of the mat. Inhale to kind of a halfway lift here, and then exhale, fold down into a wide-legged fold. Take both hands, walk them to the right foot, grab a hold of that ankle. And then slowly walk them to the center and then to the left. Grab a hold of your left ankle. And then back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lift the torso back up to standing. Bring both heels in, toes out, and sink the hips down for a goddess pose. Hands come to knees here or to thighs. Sink them down. Then inhale. And exhale, sink the right shoulder into the midline. Inhale back to center. And exhale, left shoulder to the midline. Inhale back to center. Let's just do that one more time on both sides. So inhale first. And drop the right shoulder into the center. Inhale. And exhale, left shoulder in. And back up on an inhale. Straighten through the legs. Feels very nice. And then just turn these left toes to face towards the back of your mat. Resetting our warrior two on the other side. So palms come parallel to the shoulders. Just checking in, checking our form here. We're in heel to arch alignment. Front knee is staying over the front ankle, which is our left. And then just straighten through the front leg. Reverse your triangle. Sending left fingertips up overhead. Slight gaze up. And then come back up. Shift the left fingertips forward. If you need to heel toe that back foot in a little bit, go for it. Front hip shifts back. And then stack the shoulders. Coming into your triangle pose. Either keeping the hand up or placing it on your hips. And then place a little bend in the left knee. Sweep the right hand down and then up to the side, sending it past towards the back end of our mat now. And if you need to sit this or rest this forearm onto your thigh, go for it. And then bring the right fingertips down. Walk the hands, turn the feet so that now we are facing the front of our mat. Plant both palms and just step it back to a downward facing dog. So now we should all be in a downward facing dog facing the front of our mat again. From here, inhale, lift up the right leg, three-legged dog. Squeeze the knee into the chest, shift forward, and then bring the ankle in, knee out, setting the shin down for pigeon. Uncurl the toes. Find a spot in which you will be comfortable. Pointing the front foot, making sure that your toes stay in line with your leg. Inhale, find a little lift. And then exhale, come to forearms. Just breathe here. Again, if you would like to close the eyes, rest them for a few moments, definitely go for it. Use your hands to gently press yourself up. Keep the right fingertips in front of you. If you want to go for the quad stretch, reach the left hand back, grab a hold of your foot, open up the shoulder first a little bit, and then draw that back foot in into the hips. While not compromising too much your hips shifting to the side, try to keep them as square as possible still. And gently release. Now you can open up the hip, open up to the side, and then just bring this left leg all the way forward. You're going to bring it on top of the right, stack the knees, soles come to either side. We are now in a cow face position. So welcome to stay seated, upright, or fold down. So inhale if you're going to fold, lift up the arms. And exhale, just walk the hands out in front of you a bit and rest. Use your hands to press yourself up. Uncross the legs. Let's come back to our downward facing dog. Planting the palms, curling those toes under, lifting the knees. And inhale, lift up the left leg. Exhale, squeeze that knee into the chest, shift forward. Ankle in, knee out, setting the shin down for pigeon. Again, finding where you will be comfortable in this position as we are here for a little bit, making sure your toes are in line. If you need a block, woo, my voice. If you need a block or a rolled blanket, placing it underneath. Inhaling to find a little lift, and exhaling to come to forearms. Use your hands to press yourself up. If you want to go for the quad stretch, leave your left fingertips in front of you. Reach the right hand back. Lift up the back foot. See if you can grab a hold of that foot. Open up the shoulder first. Inhale. And then exhale, draw the foot in towards the hips. Gently release. Now you can open up to the side, swing that right leg to the front, and stack the knees. Soles come to either side of you. Welcome to stay here in a seated position or upright. If you want to fold, inhale, bring the fingertips up, and then forward to fold it down. Use your hands to press yourself up. Uncross the legs. Bring both soles in front of you, wider than hips distance, and let's windshield wiper out the legs one more time. So shifting back and forth. Just a few more times. And then planting the soles, shifting forward if you need to. and rolling one vertebrae at a time down onto your back. Release the shoulders, the hips, whatever you need to do to find comfort here, and bring both knees into the chest. Give them a squeeze. Flex through both feet. See if you can grab the outsides of your feet and send the knees out wide, outside the armpits. And create a gentle resistance here. So pressing into your feet pressing into your hands as your hands are gently pressing your feet down. You can let go of your feet, releasing. Keep the legs up though, and just cross the right over the left. Use your left hand to guide your legs to the left side. Right arm comes out to the other side of you in a cactus arm, palm face up. And if this is too deep of a twist for you, you can uncross and just do a normal reclined twist, just bringing the right knee to the left side. You can look up or towards that right hand. And just let yourself soften into the floor here. Relaxing the muscles of the face, the shoulders. Maybe deepening your breath. And uncross, bringing both legs back to center. Now crossing the left over the right and just using your right hand to guide both legs to the right side. Left arm comes into cactus arm, palm face up, can gaze up or towards that left arm. And just let yourself find some stillness. And uncross, come back to center. Send one leg and then the other to either corner of your mat. I'm going to leave you here in Savasana today. Make sure to take a few minutes for yourself before you get back up. Thank you so much for practicing this hip opening yoga with me today. I really appreciate your time. I appreciate you. Have a beautiful and wonderful day. Namaste.